we're also in March, we're starting 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program that you can sign up for to track your reading before kindergarten. Hello, folks that are joining us. We're so glad that you're here. We are streaming on YouTube, and if you don't want to have your picture on YouTube, that is fine. Just turn your camera off. It looks like everybody's named themselves, which is great. Sam is monitoring us. We should say shout out to Sam, and she might mute you occasionally, but we want your participation. And how about if we get ready with our song today? So everybody get your wavers out. You ready? Here we go. Wave, 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 waving happily, but we'll stop waving so we can count to 3.
Okay, we're gonna count to 3 in really high voices. So really high voice with me. Let's count to 3.
I know all we need a pillow.
1, 2, 3.
All right, that was very funny, Brad. All right, now we're going to clap. So get your clappers out. Here we go. Clap, 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 clapping even more. But we'll stop clapping while we count to 4.
Okay, let's count to 4 in deep, low voices. Can you make a low voice? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Brad, that was pretty low. All right, everybody stand up, because next we're going to do some stomping. You ready, my friends? Here we go. Stomp, 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 stomping really quick. But we'll stop stomping while we count to 6.
Okay, let's count to 6 together really slow. Can you count slowly with me? Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job.
That was great. All right, now we're going to do some jumping. You ready? Jump, 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 jump. Jumping is so great, but we'll stop jumping while we count to 8.
Okay, let's count together to 8 really fast. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, I went too fast. I went too fast and I passed 8. Let me try that again. Let's try it again. Count to 8 really fast. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job.
Oh boy, did you keep up, everybody, with him? All right. So now we're going to get out our books. So open them up. Here we go. Read, 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 reading once again. But we'll be ready once we count to 10.
Okay, we're gonna count to 10 quietly. Can you whisper count to 10 with me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, you can put your hands together if you'd like. Set them down in your lap. You can have a seat while we tell our story today if you would like. We're going to do an old folk tale today, and there's actually several versions of this in the book. One that we love to tell is Bit by Bit. This is another great one that actually got an award called a Caldecott medal, and it's called Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. So that might be familiar to you. This is a real fun one. I wanted to say you can check out more books by Simms Taback. And these ones are fun because they have little cutouts. I don't know if you can see that with the story. See, you've got little holes there in the books. He had done that one. He also did a version of, there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. Both have like a medal on them for being so fun to read. So those are some great ones you can check out. Another way I like to look for more fun books, you can actually go to the library catalog and pick award winners. And then you can find different books. And these Caldecott is award they give every year for the best picture book. These are just a couple of more recent ones. This is The Adventures of Beekle, the Unimaginary Friend. It's an imaginary friend who became real. And it's called Radiant Child. It's about an artist named Basquiat, who was really cool and has really beautiful pictures and lots of fun artwork. So that's just a couple other great books you can look for at the library catalog. And we'll get started with our story. Okay, you guys can help me tell this story today. I'll tell you what you'll be doing with me. We're going to be cutting and sewing together. But our story is about a guy named Joseph. Now, the first thing you should know about Joseph is that he had nothing at all. But he learned how to make something out of nothing. And he worked very, very hard to earn just enough money to get some fabric. And it was a beautiful, beautiful fabric. And so he took that fabric and he took some scissors. Can you make some finger scissors with me? Take two little fingers, put them apart and together. There we go. He took that fabric and his scissors and he cut. And then he took a needle. So pinch your fingers together like you're holding a needle. Okay, and we'll sew up and down. And he sewed, and he made himself a beautiful warm overcoat. It was important to have a nice warm coat when there was cold weather out, because he would do things like chop wood so he could build fires and stay warm. And he did lots of things in that warm overcoat. And he wore it, and he wore it, and he wore it until bit by bit, he wore it out. Oh, that's right. It was getting kind of tattered. So he took his scissors. Can you take your scissors with me? And he cut. And he took his needle. Very good. I hear you guys. And he sewed. Yeah. And he turned his big overcoat into a nice jacket. Oh, and he wore that jacket around everywhere. He looked very fancy and nice wore it to a lot of parties. He wore it, and he wore it, and he wore it until bit by bit, he wore it out. Oh, that's right. The jacket was starting to get a bit tattered. So he took his scissors. Can you take your scissors with me? And he cut. Very good. And his needle and thread, and he sewed. Very good. And that is good. And he made a nice vest. Oh, and it was springtime, so it was just the right thing to keep him warm with the weather being the way it was. Oh, and he wore that vest all the time. He wore it, and he wore it, and he wore it until bit by bit, he wore it out. That's right. The vest was getting a little tattered. So he decided, he'd take the fabric and he cut. Very good. And he took his needle and he sewed. Very good. And he made a hat. That's right. He put that hat on. Oh, and he liked his hat very much, yes. And so he wore it, and he wore it, and he wore it until bit by bit, he wore it out. So what do you think he did? He had a tattered hat with some fabric, so he took his scissors, ready? And he cut, cut. And he took his needle and thread and he sewed, and he had a little pocket. That's right. He had that pocket. Oh, and it was a great little pocket. He could keep all kinds of things in it. Oh yes, like little tissues. Oh, yes. Okay. And he wore it everywhere he went. He wore it and he wore it and he wore it until bit by bit he wore it out. But there was still some good fabric on there. So he took his scissors. Are you ready? And he cut. And he took his needle and thread and he sewed. And he made a little button. He had that button on some of his favorite clothes. He wore it everywhere he went. And he wore it. Oh, he wore it and he wore it and he wore it until one day that button, it fell off and disappeared. Now Joseph once again had nothing, but he thought about it and he took all of that he had done and he made a story out of it. And that's the story we just told you today. And that just goes to prove you can always make something out of nothing. The end.
I like that.
That's a great story, Brad. Thank you for sharing that with us. So I really like that story because it's a great example for the parents joining us in story time today of repeating a phrase in a story. It helps grow young readers because your young child hears that phrase repeated again and again and again, so they can predict what's going to happen in the story and also tell the story as well, so that they learn an early literacy skill just right there and telling a story with a repeating phrase. Thanks for sharing that, Brad. So I thought I have a little song that I thought I'd share with you about getting dressed. But first, I want to make sure that we all have our pretend clothes out. And well, first, let me start here. So everybody, I'm going to get out my pretend pants. Can everybody else get out their pretend pants? My pants are purple with pink polka dots. What color are your pretend pants? You have some pretend pants, Naira?
Yellow.
Yellow pants, good. Any other color pants? Green. Okay, so I just want to make sure you know how to put on your pants. So everybody, you put on your pants by putting them on your head, right?
No.
Yes.
Oh, how do you
No.
put your pants on, my friends? Show me. That's right, you put them on your legs. Okay, so I have my song. We'll put our pants on. Okay, it goes like this. I'll sing it once and then we'll sing it together. Let's all put our pants on, pants on, pants on. Let's all put our pants on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's sing it together. Here we go. Let's put
Let's
our
put
pants on,
pants on,
pants on,
pants on,
pants on.
pants
Let's
on.
put our pants
Pants
on.
on.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Okay, now let's try it by putting our pants on. You ready? Get out your pretend pants. Let's put our pants on, pants on, pants on. Let's put our pants on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, like Brad's story, let's get our coats. So get out your pretend coat. I'm gonna go get mine. Here's my pretend coat. My pretend coat has green stripes with yellow flowers. What color are your coats?
Like a zebra.
Oh, very good. All right, so just want to make sure you know how to put on your coat. You put your coat on your head.
Yeah.
No. Shelby, how do you put your coat on?
On my body.
That's right. Put your arms through your coat sleeves, and then do you button it up or zip it up? Right. So let's sing our song to put our coats on. Here we go. Let's put our coats on, coats on, coats on. Let's put our coats on. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The last piece of clothing, I'm going to get my pretend hat. Okay, so here I'm going to get it. Here's my hat. It is red with orange bows. What color is your hat? Anybody have a hat? Oh, I see some there.
Color as the pants.
Very nice. So just want to make sure you all know how to put on your hat. You take your hat and you put it on your elbow.
No.
No. How do you put it on your
Head.
hat? Oh, you put it on your head.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for our song? Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's put our hats on, hats on, hats on. Let's put our hats on. 1, 2, 3. Give yourselves a big round of applause. That was fun. All right, my friends, that was a great story time. Just to remind you again that we're still having our winter reading challenge at the Wilsonville Library. You can sign up online or come into the library to pick up the paper, a sign up form. It goes all the way through February, and then look for 1,000 books before kindergarten. We're hoping to have that started up in March. Are you ready to sing our goodbye song?
Yeah.
No.
All right. So, alligators, here we go. Get out your alligators. Here we go. See you later, alligator.
Gator.
When your legs are on straighter.
Alligator.
After a while, crocodile. When you're wearing a smile, pretty soon, baboon. We're gonna fly up to the moon and say, toodaloo, kangaroo. It's been so nice being with you. It's been so nice being with you. Thank you, friends. Thanks for
Yeah.
story time.